Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and members of the Akshaya Patra family, a warm welcome to this enchanted gala event in the brand new Matrix Club, where we come together to celebrate not only a remarkable organization, but also its inspiring work. The work that creates and transforms lives of so many children around the world. My name is Deepak Doshi, and it's my distinct honor to stand before you and kick off this 2023 Gala event of Akshaya Patra Chicago. Welcome. Tonight's Gala event is dedicated to the remarkable and flagship role and support by Akshaya Patra Chicago, and that's all of you. Thank you. Look at this full house of so many amazing people. Thank you for dedicating your time, your resources, and your talent in supporting Akshaya Patra's noble cause. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment to making the world a better place. Thank you for joining us. And I want to just take a second to recognize the CEO of Akshaya Patra USA, Naveen Goel, here joining us in presence. Thank you, Naveen. To kick off this gala event, let me introduce our MC, Eric Diamani, who will lead us through our evening events. Eric is a multi-dimensional theater and film actor, a model, a Bollywood and Broadway choreographer, highly valued and prominently regarded in North America and in South Asian communities. He is a creative artist with unique outlooks. He is an award-winning trainer and a coach. He has acted as well as choreographed and directed numerous theatrical musical dramas, productions, stage shows, pageants, and fashion shows, Bollywood, Hollywood videos, TV series, films, and national TV commercials. Please join me in welcoming Eric to the podium.
Wow, such a warm welcome. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Akshaya means eternal, the never diminishing sense of happiness, success and joy. Patra in Sanskrit means a utensil, vessel, a receptacle. We welcome you and thank you for being the guardians, fulfillers, a passionate resource to enrich and nourish millions of lives of beautiful children in India, empowering the vision that no child in India should be deprived of education because of hunger. A big round of applause to all, each and every one of you for changing lives, brightening futures. You are the reason children are smiling and children are eating meals. 2 million children. Round of applause to all of you. Mr. Deepak Doshi ji, he is so wonderful. He has been working extremely hard. Falcon USA, he's the founder and CEO, and his clients, 110 plus clients in over 37 countries. It's amazing. A big round of applause for such a warm welcome and being the pillar of the community, Mr. Deepak Doshi ji. Now, without further ado, the founders, the co-chairs, Mr. Deepak Kapadia ji, for so many years, I believe over 12 years, and beautiful Saroj Patel ji, please join us on the stage. Guys, these are the people who have worked day and night to facilitate, to manage, do the hard work behind the scenes. Round of applause for wonderful Mr. Deepak Kapadia ji and Saroj Patel ji. जोरदार तालियां, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा, बहुत दिल से प्यार कीजिए इनको. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Good evening everyone, all Akshaya Patra supporters, good evening. Welcome and thank you all for coming and supporting Akshaya Patra Gala event. This is our 30th event. Chicago has been very generous, sponsoring about 25,000 children every year in India. Because of all our support, so many children are getting benefit of Akshaya Patra midday meal program. Particularly the girl child in a rural area of the India, where many parents in a rural area do not send their girl child to the school, then let them do the work in the house. So Akshaya Patra meal program really gave opportunity to many million children to come to school and get educated, and that helps them in the future in their life with education. And it also helps the educated workforce in India, which India is going through economic revolution. And I think the Akshaya Patra is be a part of it. Thank you everyone for coming and enjoy the evening.
Hi, my name is Saroj Patel. Do you hear me? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We are so honored and delighted to have everyone joining us tonight. Whether you are a regular attendee, an occasional visitor, or a newcomer, seeing such a diverse gathering is such a blessing. At Akshaya Patra, there is nothing noble cause than feeding a nutrition meal to hungry children. The experience of visiting the kitchen to see the food process and visiting a nearby school to see and serve the students, it is the most memorable moment to understand the quality of work being done by Akshaya Patra. I am so happy to be part of this great cause. There is an old saying, if I may add this, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. Happiness is found in helping others. So tonight, I know Diwali is around the corner, and if I can request everyone today to open up your heart and donate generously. Thank you. Now.
Thank you, Sarojji. Good evening. How is everyone? So, first of all, I want to see how many from Naperville. Can I big shout for Naperville, please? Thank you, Akshaya Patra, for bringing this event to Naperville. We are very glad, and as a activist from Naperville, I welcome all of you to Akshaya Patra event in Naperville, and it's a great occasion. We have a wonderful place here, Matrix, that just opened, and we have the builder here, Sugga Builders. Give a big hand, who has put together this magnificent. Thank you, Sugga Bhai, for the support to Akshaya Patra. And there are many, many more donors, many more kids who are going to have their meals. And please be open today. Open up your hearts, open up your pockets, and give. Every $20 feeds a kid for a year. So let's make this happen. Thank you all. God bless. Saroj, Jigna, and Pankaj Parik to the podium.
Let's start this beautiful occasion with auspicious diya lighting. So, can we have Saroj Patel ji? My mic? Hello. Yes, let's start with this auspicious diya lighting. Saroj Patel ji, please, if you can join me. And can we have our wonderful diamond donors who have donated 25,000 plus. Guys, big round of applause for our amazing donors. Deepak Kapadia ji.
Okay, good evening. Today we have Vivek Agrawal. He's an R&B singer and composer based out of our very own suburbs of Chicago. He has worked with a number of musicians in Bollywood, including Oscar-winning composers A.R. Rahman, and is preparing to release a debut album later this year. Today, he will be performing a special rendition of Ma Tujhe Salam by A.R. Rahman. Please give it up for Vivek.
So tonight, the diamond donors are Dr. Chitranjan Pai and Bhavna Patel. If you can come up to the podium, please. And we want Suketu Amin and Komal Amin to come on the stage, please. Deepak Bhai and Preeti Kapadia, please. So we want Vipin Patel to come on the stage. Rasik Bhai and Pushpa Patel.
Thank you, Akshaya Patra, for having me and congratulations on this amazing event. We've seen a short rendition of Ma Tujhe Salam. यहाँ सारा जहां देख लिया है कभी भी तेरे जो कोई नहीं है हंसना किसा में दुनिया घुमा में नहीं कभी तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं मेरा जहां भी बस तेरी याद थी जो मेरे साथ थी मुझको तड़पाती लाती सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत क्या है पता कहीं माँ तुझे सलाम माँ तुझे सलाम माँ तुझे सलाम वंदे मातरम वंदे
would like to appreciate and announce our CEO of Akshaya Patra USA. The man, he says he's a simple guy, but I think he's dynamic. From Ohio, for 3+ years he has been working very, very hard to take AP to another level. He worked in French company, he has a wife and kids. He said, I've done enough for them. This is my time to set an example and take care of the children who has nobody for them. He's an engineer, bold for smart guy, loves chess, and has a broken shoulder. So give him lots of love to one and only Mr. Naveen Gala.
I'm Naveen, and I have to say this, every year when I come back to Chicago, it's more beautiful, it's more colorful, and you guys shower your love and care even more for the kids of Akshaya Patra. So, thank you, God bless you. I know, you would love to know a lot about Akshaya Patra, and over the next 2 hours, you're going to get lots of speeches, lots of people, and lots of perspectives. But what I would like to share today is a very simple thing. Give you some basic facts about Akshaya Patra. So, can I ask you a simple question? How many of you have been here for the first time? This is your first trip to the Akshaya Patra Gala in Chicago. Can we have you stand up, please? We are a strong family because most of you are still seated. So, I won't give you too many boring facts, but I'll give you some new ones. The first thing for 2023, this year, what we did in Akshaya Patra was we created the very first kitchen, which feeds about 10,000 kids, which is all women kitchen. There is no staff. There's no male staff in the Barsana kitchen that the US supporters, all like yourselves, made it possible for us to accomplish together in Barsana. And this is fully functional this year. So thank you all for making that happen. Also in 2023, something curious, something new, we reached a mark of 3 million plus capacity for meals every day for the children of India. And 3 million meal kitchen capacity is all been possible thanks to all of you again for giving us the privilege, trusting us with your capital and your patience, because it takes a long time to build our kitchens in Akshaya Patra, as you know. Moving from the kitchens, I'm also pleased to say that this is the first year that we actually went above the 2 million mark, and 22,000 schools in India where we support the Akshaya Patra program. And if that was not enough, we are poised to probably cross the 2.5 million number in 2024. Because, again, because of all of you. So, I could go on and talk a lot about the statistics and numbers, but I think behind it are the stories of the children. And I'm sure you've seen the video outside about the beneficiary stories that are heart-rending in the sense that each one of them is a story in itself. And we have not just 2 million today, but we've got about 20 million over the lifetime, over the last 20 years. And that's what we have been able to do together with $20 a year. And that's about all that we ask for Akshaya Patra's feeding program in the schools. And I think, given what we have been able to do, the best thing that can happen to all of us is that Akshaya Patra ceases to exist and we don't need this program at all. And so today I would say this, that perhaps in 10, maybe 20 years from today, we will have accomplished the goal of not that we have to feed 100 million kids, fact is that nobody needs this assistance at all. And that day is not too far. Someday it will be there. But it isn't today. And so we're back here looking for the support, and I'm sure with your open heart and your care, we will continue to get so. And without taking any more time of yours, I was concluded by simply saying this, that we are so blessed that we have about 26,000 families in the United States who care every day, every year to make these large things possible, and they give us the confidence to take on more without ever having to flinch, and year after year, with God's best wishes upon us, we as a family have been able to take care of the 2 million kids and continue to do so. And I have no doubt that you will continue to be behind us, and you are the angels behind our wings. And so thank you all, and have a great day today, and God bless you. Thank you. I have one little word for all of you. There is a man from the south of Chicago, Dr. Saket Sinha. I would like him to come to the stage and tell us the brilliant work that he's been doing in the tribal community. And with that, Dr. Saket Sinha, please join me on the stage, please. Thank you, Doctor.
Jai Ho. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Saket Sinha. I am based out of Northwest Indiana. I see patients in their homes. We do home-based primary care. I am a new inductee in the Akshaya Patra. I am one of the new co-chairs of Akshaya Patra Chicago chapter. I want you to get to know Akshaya Patra Foundation a little, and I would tell you a little detail of how Akshaya Patra Foundation is. It is a family, and they treat you like your own family if you get to interact with them. They are all over India. Anywhere you go, you can be with them, and you can actually be part of the treat tours or things that you want to enjoy, better than your own family will do. I work with them, and now I am at the verge of groundbreaking my third kitchen in Parkland area. There is one already completed, and you see the entire structure is ready for the inspection and installation of the equipment in Hazaribagh. Coal India Limited Chairman Pramod Agarwal gets the information. Coal India Limited, by the way, is very big in India. It has 6 branches. One of them is CCL. So Pramod Agarwal wants kitchen in his neck of the wood. He is from Ramgarh. So guess what? The second kitchen comes in Ramgarh. Now we have construction ongoing, and these are fully funded kitchens. I would not have imagined that possible, but with continuous discussions and talks over the WhatsApp and whatnot, we are now in a place where we can say that we are ready to build our second kitchen, and there is more interest. Now, how is that possible? How is people running kitchens? Because we from here get them interested, get them excited about it, tell them that it's very doable. So if you know a DC that will donate a land, that's when the story starts. So I want you all to get empowered and start and get the kitchen of your dreams going in your city. All right? I'll let you meet the center figure that made all this possible. By the way, Akshaya Patra family is very big and they are very well connected. Up to PM Modi. So we had started in December of COVID-19 started, we were having this major situation of a lot of people stranded. I asked to let's work on getting rains distributed. And Akshaya Patra really wanted to do that. He said, okay, we will do that because we have all the structures in place and we have been in food and we are going to be able to just delivering the rations for a month each time, and they just started distributing. So this is how it began. And then in December 2020 to September 2021, the local MP, Jan Sinha, he became interested about this building, which you are seeing is in Naperville. And after that, we had airport authority provide us with the land and the funds. And thanks to Akshaya Patra and Jan Sinha working together, and now this is what we see. So I want you to understand how these things are done. You have to be a catalyst. If you become the catalyst, this is very doable. I am asked to keep my discussion short, so I'm going to have Shivansu come and please join me in giving your spiel. Welcome, Shivansu.
Hello everyone, I'm Shivanshu, I'm based out of Chicago, I work as a software engineer. I'm very proud to be here tonight, being part of the Akshaya Patra family. I'm really fortunate here, and I just want to say we all are coming from land of seekers, and possibly we have more than 12,000 years old of agricultural history, and yet we have more than 300 million people seeking hungry every night. And we want to contribute to that. Let's be part of solution and not just satisfaction. Let's extend our satisfaction to the solution. And with that, I'd say thank you so much for being here tonight. And we have, as Dr. Sinha shown here, we have great kitchens that are built up in Jharkhand, and let us extend our boundaries and create more such kitchens so we can help more people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naperville and Dr. Sinha. We really appreciate the presentation, very encouraging. Now, I would like to invite our keynote speaker, wonderful, amazing personality, Mr. Raghu Rajan is the Catherine Duke Miller Distinguished Service Professor of Finance at the University of Chicago's Booth School. He was the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India between 2013 and 2016. His research interests in banking, corporate finance, and economic development. His book, 4 Lines, won the Financial Times Prize for Best Business Book in 2010. And he was the president for American Finance Association. Guys, in 2016, Time magazine shows Dr. Rajan as one of the top 100 most influential people in the world. So please join us, Dr. Rajan. Thank you for your presence.
Thank you very much for that introduction. Can you hear me back there? Can you hear me back there? Yes. Okay. Well, thanks for that introduction, and distinguished guests, and more important, generous donors. Welcome. And thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Akshaya Patra. I want to talk a little bit about this year. It's been a very good year for India. As many of you know, we had Chandrayaan-3, the Indian Space Research Organization's rover, which landed on the moon's south pole, making India the first country to do so and the 4th country to land on the moon. This is a tremendous scientific achievement, by an organization which has largely done it on its own. And when you think of ISRO, I've met the people at ISRO. They're not your star-studded IIT engineers. They're not people who've returned from abroad. They're people who've gone to engineering schools in India and then worked very hard to create indigenous technologies and have come on par with the rest of the world. So this is a fantastic achievement, very much Indian-made. It's made in India. We also had the G20 meetings, which were very well organized, went without a hitch, and just concluded with the Delhi Declaration. So that was also an achievement. One of the achievements you may not be seeing, but I think when you look at the data is very visible, is that India is becoming a service powerhouse. It's exporting services much more than it used to. India has 1,600, that is 40% of what are called global capability centers. These global capability centers are really centers for firms abroad, which create a lot of intellectual capital for those firms. For example, 20% of chip design in the world is done in India. That's the kind of center we've seen emerging. And interestingly, you know that India exports software. We have a big presence in software. But increasingly, the fastest growing area of exports in services is professional and management consulting services, which has been growing at 31% over the last 4 years. So that's a change in India, a change for the positive. We are becoming an export powerhouse in the area of services. And of course, in manufacturing, what is happening is that because a number of companies are looking for an alternative to China, they are bringing some of their operations to India. Apple just announced a big investment in India, and hopefully over time, it will expand across many, many firms. And finally, this is a hope. We have a fantastic cricket team, and I hope sometime in the month of November, we can celebrate a World Cup. So that's India this year. It's been a good year. However, it's not been a great year for Indian children, and it hasn't been a great few years for Indian children. Think of the problem of malnutrition, which leads to stunting and reduced growth, as well as reduced brain capacity. A child is deemed stunted, too short for its age, if it falls 2 standard deviations below the World Health Organization norm. In 2020, after 3 decades of strong growth since liberalization, 35% of our children younger than 5 years old were stunted. That's unacceptable. Many poorer countries in sub-Saharan Africa, such as Tanzania, Liberia, and Senegal, do better than us. Similarly, while we've gotten all our children into school in early grades, the number is about 98%, they do not learn uniformly. In 2018, less than 30% of students in grade 3 were able to achieve grade 2 levels of reading and writing. And less than 30% of students in grade 5 were able to do math problems associated with grade 2. And the pandemic has made things much worse. So, on the one hand, we have great success. Those are the people who have been well-fed, who have gone through good schools, done well for India, whether they're representing us at the Asian Games, whether they're in the Indian cricket team, whether they are people in ISRO. On the other hand, we have kids who are struggling to get even basic nutrition. And that's why an organization like Akshaya Patra is really important. And one of the things that's important to remember is when it comes to nutrition, it's not enough to have higher incomes. India has malnutrition even when people have higher incomes. And that's because it's not just how much you eat, but what you eat that matters. And there is an educational process also in getting people to eat the right thing. But within poorer families, we heard, there is discrimination. Women and girls get less than boys.
And also, the public distribution system in India may contribute to the degree of malnutrition because we give very cheap grains, cheap rice, cheap wheat. People overeat those kinds of cereals and undereat what is nutritious. This is why, again, even as we progress, for some time, hopefully not for too long, we will still need organizations like Akshaya Patra who make up the difference between what people need and what they get. So, I think the stories from India this year are really good, but India still needs your help. You cannot be a great power, no matter how smart you're brightest, if 35% of your children are stunted and half cannot do basic math and reading. We have to bring everybody up to the higher level, and that's why the kinds of programs that Akshaya Patra has, for example, Anganwadi feeding in preschool, the first 5 years. The first 5 years make a huge difference in a child's life, because that's when the damage is done if it doesn't get nutrition, if it gets adequate nutrition, if it gets some learning, it's set for life. The first 5 years are really important, as my colleague at the University of Chicago, Jim Heckman, who won the Nobel Prize for this kind of research, as he suggests. Similarly, the midday meal scheme, which Akshaya Patra helps in, you saw some examples from Jharkhand. This brings children to school. So you actually kill two birds with one stone. You feed the children, increasing their level of nutrition, but you also get their parents to send the kids to school because they think they'll get a good meal. And so it's a win-win combination. It's something that Akshaya Patra does really well. So let me not take too much time. You have a lot of wonderful speakers coming. All I can ask you is open your hearts and open your wallets. Donate generously. Many of you have already done so. Thank you very much and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was very inspiring. Do we have Mr. Navjot Singh? Can we please welcome Mr. Navjot Singh on the stage, Senior Partner at McKinsey. Every person has worked so hard, guys. This is the time we can show gratitude. Please give them so much love as they come on the stage. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Namaste, Sir Jai Ho, for you. I hope you all are evening. It is just so wonderful to be here. I hope he is really inspiring and influenced by what he has done for all of us. And I happen to have gone to school with Gala. So if you ever come across a Rajan, you can be sure that he's quite confident. So I'm going to talk about, I was going to share some facts, but Raghu has probably shared many more of those, so I'll share a few of them. But I'm going to reflect on my own journey. So like most of you, I came to the US with 2 suitcases, worked hard, met a great girl, had 2 kids, got lucky. And I said lucky, it did not dawn on me. I was like a teacher the last 4 or 5 years. I was reading the book by Akshaya Patra, which is called Food by Violence, Commercial Theory of Welfare. As you go through the book, what you find is that while we all can be excited about our hard work, all the wonderful things that we've done, our IQ, being bold, taking risks, at the end of the day, it was a big component of hard work. I hope you all will agree with that. We were there at the right time, right place, right place, not enough. One of my friends who is not here today, he had a cardiac arrest 6 years ago. He had to be revived 43 times, shocked 43 times. And he could not move for 2 years. And the first words out of his mouth when I met him after 30 years, he said, "Now I was lucky. I was lucky." So So there's a component of luck that plays in here that is true for all of us. Number two thing that dawned on me over time was the value of servant leadership. One of my good friends, who is in Los Angeles now, San Diego, he asked me to go to a meditation camp. I said, we go to a meditation camp, and I don't meditate. So that's exactly what I do. So I complained, and then my wife was in India at that time. So on a Friday, I was there, and the first question they asked me is, what would we do if this fucking guy? I said, what a waste of time. So people were going around, so I said, let me play along, and I would probably say the right things around and listen to music, and listen to some news, I've got some friends. I didn't have that podcast at that time, so I could not say that it was a podcast. But then I thought more about it, and I said, and my turn came, and I said, no. I would like to solve the problem. Why is there a traffic jam every day, and what can we do? And that concept of servant leadership, karma, we all come from karma, was a big life-changing moment for me. And I began my journey as servant leader by after that. It did not come naturally to me. But when COVID-19 was about to hit in January, I was followed. If there were fires in Massachusetts, I was followed there. In fact, even if there's a half an hour wait at 5 a.m. at the local airport, on the DH-60 line, I would write to the transport CEO and say what is going on. And I would certainly have to get some data back that says, now, if anybody has to wait more than 10 minutes on the DH-60 line, let me know. So I urge you to go to local if you're to DH-60, waiting for 10 minutes, see them. So the reason why I talk about all of this is that we all, I think, agree that we're the component of luck, as we are, and also consequent karma. And the reason why I get inspired by Akshaya Patra is more around how we all went to school in India. I'm sure many of you remember, we all got ranked 1 through 40. And if you're the top, it's all good. Right? If you are among the top, it's all good. Imagine your friend who was ranked in the 40 at that time, where everybody knew on that sheet where they were ranked. And imagine those kids who were not ranked on side, not having enough food to eat, not being wanting to go to school. And there are a lot of kids in India right now, and here, who do want to go to school. One of my younger sons, he got school losers. And just thinking through what is the value of a meeting in school that people's belong. So I'm thrilled about Akshaya Patra. Now, I was going to share lots of data and facts as brother was, but I did not go for them because it's a large job on that. But I would also say India will have 145 million new jobs by 2020. That's almost the working population of the US. 145 million more. By around 205 million people work. The GDP is growing great. People are looking at India. And space, of course, ISRO. And I'm not excited about the moon, and also excited about our mission to Mars, which was incredible and I think 4 or 5 years ago. But what struck me was that India is the second largest food producer in the world, exporting more than $40 billion. So while we're talking about food here, India is one of the largest exporters of food. And without much technology, and this technology is going to come soon. It's going to come soon. And people are talking about $95 billion more of GDP that is going to come to the food sector. So it's quite ironical that while we are producing so much food, yet the kids don't have enough food. In fact, the World Hunger Index, I don't know what index like that, there is a World Hunger Index, which rates on 120 countries around the world. And India was ranked 107. And 107 is not bad, in case anybody was in the US. Which translates around 224 million undernourished people in India. 224 million. And you can think through many of the so I think what Akshaya Patra is doing, what all of you are doing is feeding them the next difference. Just as one big meal that the committee that we have can go a long, long way. And yet, I think while we're doing this obesity, we have people who are rich, who are well-fed, who are fed, and then we have people who are who don't have enough. So it makes a big difference. I don't think the next question was, do you guys go to Japan? And I was with my son in Japan last few weeks. My fifth trip out there, I've never ever spent enough time on the ground out there. And after a few days, I was going to the Japanese food. I was trying to eat food. So there's an Indian restaurant right under my job. And I was a big sign out there. It said, if you waste this food, we'll charge you. If you waste this food, we'll charge you. And I looked around, everybody's plate was empty. There was not a single ounce of food that was there. And then I immersed myself in like 10 days. Almost every Japanese restaurant I went to, not a single piece of food. I hope I understood that as well. But I was struck that 1.3 billion tons of food goes waste around the world every year. 1.2 billion tons. That is more than twice the food required to feed every undernourished around the world. So this is why actually I'm amazed as a manager, as an operator, as a technologist. Akshaya Patra feeding 2 million kids with so little. I think people should be understanding this and running a case example around this and publicizing that, because more than the money that goes in, I think it's a technological feat that Akshaya Patra is going to an idea of 3 million kids are going on compromises. So I think it's remarkable. So I'm going to all donate to multiple causes who are here because you care about this. So I'm sure you'll look at your hearts and checkbooks and so on. But I'm just saying that we have the power. We have the power of making one more day lucky. And go back to luck. And we are all lucky. I hope you and that power now is in our hands. Is in one stroke we can make many, many more things. So I'm going to end here. I was given 8 minutes. I think almost enough time. I wish you much success. Wish you a lot of love. I'm proud of all of you doing great things, and I'm sure great things will happen for all of us. Thanks so much.
Big round of applause. Mr. Jose, such a great unique plan. Very, very inspiring. From 2015, 1,500 kids to 2 million kids. That's amazing. Now, I would like to welcome back Deepak Doshi. Please come on the stage. Mr. Deepak Kapadia and beautiful Saroj Patel. Please join us on the stage. तालियां सबको अच्छी लगती है, इनको भी जरा प्यार दें।
Please come on stage to hand over the award.
Can we have Suketu Amin and Komal Amin on the stage, please?
Come on, Ketu bhai. Sir, just back. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. One more. Thank you. Yes, sir. Oh, excuse me. Hello, hello, sir.
Can we have Deepakai and Vivian Abadia on stage, please?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Can we have Sasai and Akshaya?
Yes, madam. Look here. Yes. Hello, madam. Yeah.
While helping my is way, our next group sponsor is Sanjay and Vandana Gloria. Thank you very much for sponsoring Akshaya Patra.
We have the last one who is now and his company board sponsor. Anyone is representing Mr. Gupta's company, please come to the stage.
Sir, sorry. Yes, yes. One minute, sir. No, which? It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Okay. Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay, next we are going to announce and recognize our silver sponsors. As we announce your names, would you please rise at your place, and we would like to recognize you by sending our AP team leaders to come to you and give you a trophy. So we will go through the names of the silver sponsors.
The silver sponsor, Mr. Nag Jaiswal, and joined by his come and hand over to Mr. Nag Jaiswal, please. Thank you. Second one, we have Manish and Shailaja Gandhi. Yogita Patao, please hand over.
Speak up.
Yeah.
Hand over
Downstairs.
the silver trophy to Manish and Shailaja Gandhi. Please rise from the chair. The next one we have is Ashok and Wang Patel. Silver sponsor Samir Patel, please hand over the trophy to their. Ashok bhai, please raise from your table. Appreciated. Prabhudas and Prashant and Minal Vakil. Prashant and Minal Vakil. Prashant and Minal Vakil.
Prashant and Minal hockey. Deepak Doshi, please.
We have next silver sponsor is Share with the Love. And Yogita, please hand over the representative for the Share with the Love. They've been always a big supporter every year after year. Thank you, Share with the Love. Samir and Shirley Patel.
Okay. That's a skip.
Skip it.
Yeah.
The next one we have Rajiv and Yogita Katao. Mehul, please hand over the silver trophy to Rajita and Yogita Katao. So,
Share with love.
for Deepak Bhai, please rise from the Guinea. I know Guinea is in India. Thank you, Deepak Bhai, for silver sponsor. We got two more names, so please. Deepak and Kishori Dattani are silver sponsor, but they are not here. Pankaj Bhai will hand over their trophy. And Jayant Bhai and Jyoti Sheth, silver sponsor. Jayant Bhai, Nitin Bhai, please hand over trophy to Jayant Bhai. Is Amita here? Amita is the silver sponsor. Please, if she is here, we have a trophy. I think Anup Nekran is here. Do we have a trophy here?
Can you mention
Anup's name? There is a special award for Anup Mamtani. Anup Mamtani have just donated $11,000 and we have a special trophy. Anup, please come to the stage.
Anup, we want you on the stage.
Thank you, Anup, so much for your generosity. Anup and they have donated the big donation. They have donated $125,000 last year. Thank you, Anup, so much. Bas, I think we are done. Yeah, who is next?
Not Tamero, you ready? No, Eric.
We are
going to introduce Ketu Amin and Dr. Chitranjan Patel. Introduce करने पे invite करवाना है.
The next one we have Dr. Chitranjan Patel. Please come to the stage for say a few words. Chitranjan Bhai have been supporting Akshaya Patra since Akshaya Patra started. Thank you, Chitra Bhai. This is your baby. Yeah.
Good evening, friends. I feel very happy and humbled to be here with you. Nutrition is concerned. We live in a bipolar world. At one end, extreme poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. On other hand, abundance, overweight, and morbid obesity. Definitely, we can make some impact in this maldistribution. Before I go to the main talk, I want to show the video. I'm going to talk about Canadian humanitarian activist Terry Fox. This is the story of more than 40 years ago. Terry was 18-year-old. He was diagnosed to have bone cancer. He was told he can live 6 months without treatment and couple more years with the treatment. After having amputation and chemotherapy, he decided what he can do and make the big impact after his death. He decided to, after 14 months of preparation, he decided to run across the Canada from east to west. He did 14-month preparation, rise in the morning around 4 o'clock, run 12 miles in the morning and 14 miles in the evening. He ran marathon almost every day for 137 days. He ran 3,337 miles. And at that point, he was told to stop because his cancer was spreading to the lung. Within 9 months, he passed away. As of today, under his name, with Marathon of Hope, $500 million are raised. With not able body and able mind, sound mind, he did so much. I will give you some tips how you can save couple $1,000 every year for some noble cause. You know very well, mind works best when stomach is empty. Even 2,000 years ago, Hippocrates mentioned in his book that food is right, no need of medicine, and food is wrong, there is no benefit of medicine. So, if nowadays good milk costs good $20-25, if you eat 3 times and skip 1 meal, or if you eat 2 times and skip 1 meal, and if you calculate for 1 year, and if 1 meal costs good $20-25, you can easily save $4,000 to $5,000, and you can spend for good cause. 40% of the food, from harvesting to collection to distribution to the storage and final consumptions when it comes to our house, 40% of the food is getting wasted. Even we save part of that, we can also contribute that money for good cause. I want to give the example of joy and happiness. Joy and happiness is like day and night. Happiness only comes by giving, and joy only comes by getting. Either you do shopping, gambling, or any drug addictions or internet, only you can get joy, but happiness only comes by giving. People who are happy, they definitely add some years in their life. I want to give the story of 2 monkeys. One monkey B was scratching monkey A. Surprisingly, you notice after half hour, when blood was drawn from both monkey, the monkey who was scratching, all the happy hormone, feel good hormone like endorphin, serotonin, and anandamide was secreted in monkey B. And this is also my advice, this is my personal feeling, कि definitely आप बच्चों को बहुत प्यार करो, लेकिन इतना मत दो कि आप उनके मोटिवेशन में ऑब्स्टेकल बन जाए. Only crisis and challenges brings the opportunity. Hard times create strong men create easy time create weak man, and weak men create difficult time. We are so much under obligations wherever we have come from, either small village or big city, from our school, our teachers, our community, and I'm very sure that we are never able to return to our ancestors' land or our hometown. This is the only way we can pay tribute to our homeland, and this is my another thinking, that before our policymakers spend our money foolishly and our children spend money lavishly, spend this money wisely. There was a conversation between 5 साल की बच्ची और 85 साल के ग्रैंडपा के साथ बात हो रही थी. Granddaughter was telling grandpa, I am much more richer than you are. And grandpa was thinking that I have all the money, all the real estate, all the stock portfolio, all the banks, all the insurance. Even I have not given my money to my son. How come you are so much richer than you are? Then granddaughter say, Grandpa, I have plenty of time. You have very little time. So, before we lose our energy and time, please be part of this noble cause. Be healthy by fasting but not feasting. Be happy by giving. Be joyful, peaceful, blissful by above all. Thank you very much.
Beautifully done. Thank you, Chitranjan Bhai. My apologies, I forgot a couple of silver sponsors, Mr. Jain Agwal and Nirav Shah. Our Deepak Bhai Doshi is going to hand over that silver trophy to Jain Agwal, and Mr. Nirav Shah is on table number, I believe, 25. Deepak Bhai, please.
Nag and Sheila Jaishwal, please come on the podium, please.
Next speaker, Mr. Ketu Bhai Amin, want to say a few words. Ketu Bhai, are you still here? He left already. We wanted to have some of the sponsor or donors who have not donated. There are pledge card on the table, and please donate generously. Sri Devi is our coordinator for the pledge drive and all the envelope. She's going to give you some instruction about how to fill out to pledge drive.
Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? I can't hear it. Is everyone okay? All right, make some noise. Woo! There you go. I am the new kid on the block. You would not have seen my face. And I am Dr. Sridevi Kurala. I'm a scientist. And I am here to honor Nag Jaiswal and Sheila Jaiswal, who have been behind this Akshaya Patra Foundation. Nag and Sheila, come over. Give a big round of applause for Nag and Sheila. Without all these wonderful people that are sitting here in front of us, I don't think Akshaya Patra Foundation would have been, this gala would have been successful. And just to let you know, I come from very humble beginnings. And I'm the last daughter for an Air Force man. And I don't think I would have imagined that I would be here standing behind all these elegant people who are here to open up their hearts to support the one thing that I'm so passionate about is education. Being a scientist, I'm a proponent and an advocate of STEM, and I lead a lot of STEM camps. If your daughters or children or grandchildren are in STEM, I'm the person you can always reach out to. And I'm here before the pledge drive starts. I want to thank each one of you who is here and who have come here with such a wonderful smile and trying to make this gala a fun place and we're all here for a noble cause. So before we go to the pledge drive, I would just make it easy for all of you. I know each of you has this little envelope on your table. There are several ways you can donate. There is a QR code for PayPal. There's a QR code to go on the website to punch in your credit card numbers. And there is also a Zelle facility. And you could also put your check inside. And I would love that each one of you open up your hearts and give it to these wonderful people. They're all the children that will be tomorrow's citizens. And I hope that if you need any help, my wonderful volunteers, may I ask all of them to stand up? They've been here to support the AP Gala event. All of them come from different walks of life. They're scientists, they're engineers, they're IT professionals, and they're entrepreneurs, but they're here to donate their time as well. So thank you so much. With that, if you have any questions, please reach out to my volunteers who are around and they'll help you out. Thank you.
My apology, I also forgot one more name. We just added, it was not in my list. Kirti and Raksha Shah is a silver sponsor. And Nitin Bhai and Smita Ben going to hand over their trophy to Kirti and Rakshasa. Thank you, Kirti Bhai. You've been very supportive always. Now we have the volunteers, Shree's volunteers, and our team members all around. If anybody want to pledge some extra donation, please forward an envelope and we will make sure we announce their name from the stage, all the donations. No donation is too small. All the donation, remember it takes only $20, just a $20 to feed a child for an entire year. I mean, that's not much. So please donate generously. I think we have a couple of announcements.
We have. So tonight we have Kinna and Satish Shah for $1,000.
Pankaj Bhai also, our part of the core team, I think he has worked probably the hardest than anybody this year to putting together all the table arrangement, food arrangement. I would like Pankaj Bhai to say a few words.
Can we get the lights bright in the hall, please? Lights, full bright. Thank you.
We know that you are hungry and we want to make it fast, but it's in your hand also. So please try when we start. Let's guess it. Tonight, we have about more than probably around 500 people. So we served 500 meals. And so far, can you guess how many meals you served to the kids? You'll be surprised if I tell you. You donated so far probably 3 million meals to the kids. And we are going to make it 6 before I leave the stage. Let me give you a touchy story regarding one of the friend. We found out like a couple of years ago, more than a year ago, that he has cancer, liver cancer and pancreas cancer. And after few days, I got the message in the email that we got $15,000 for Akshaya Patra. I was surprised that he is in such a condition, but he is worrying about the kids. Few months ago, he passed away, and his wife called me next day, that Anil like Akshaya Patra and the cause, and I want to donate something. And I said, fine, I will give you the detail, but these are the people Akshaya Patra is built on. And this is kind of a foundation. So please, don't be late. Sooner the better. So we are going to start here pledge drive, and Deepak Bhai is going to take it over.
We have another donation from Smita S. Shah for $1,000. Kashyap Trivedi, 501. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi everybody, good evening and thank you. My name is Ankita, I'm the Vice President from Akshaya Patra. A huge round of applause for all of you for listening to all the speeches and all the great speakers. And thanks to our wonderful donors, our volunteers, our youth ambassadors, our young professionals, and our CEO and our chapter chairs, and for all of you. And we have wonderful donors like you all. So we are all here to encourage this pledge drive and would love to read some of the names. So thanks to Jayendra Mehta and Surila Mehta for pledging $151.
I think so.
Casey and Jyotisha, $1,000. Thank you, Casey and Jyoti. Appreciate it. Prashant Vakil and Minal Vakil already our silver sponsor. They're donating another $500. Thank you, Prashant Bhai. Check, check and close. Check.
Thank you, Kanti C. Patel, Jyosna Ben K. Patel, $1,000. Thank you very much.
$250, Hitesh and Neelam Shah and Sudasa. Thank you, Hitesh Bhai.
Gautam S. Shah and Rekha Shah for $200.
Hitesh Shah, Neelam Shah, Sudha Shah for $251.
Hitesh Shah and Usha Shah, $501. Thank you, Hitesh Bhai, Usha Ben.
Anonymous donation, $101. Another anonymous donation for $251.
Jagdish Bhai and Hina Desai, $500.
Pradeep Shah, $1,000.
Amishi Bhavisi, $251. Thank you, Amishi. Tushar Raval, $500. Thank you, Tushar Bhai.
All the people who are pledging, thank you so much.
Utpal Dave, $501.
And Rajeshri Dave, $300. Thank you very much.
Ravi Trivedi, $251. Naveen Kenson, $250. Nidhi Kapoor, $250. Viral Shah, $250. Prashant Kothari, $250. Bhupendra Amin, $221. Sivanskar Mupuna, $200. Salesforce Matching Fund, $200. Minakshi R. Patel, $202. Mahir and Jaisri Taswala, $200. Emisa, $250.
Guys, thank you very much. As you can see, so many of you have generously donated. Very much appreciated. This is such a noble cause. It's such a fantastic opportunity to make an impact in the world, especially to our children and future children. Please donate. Please donate generously. Thank you. Thank you, Padma and Ajit Kumar, $500. Thank you very much.
Aruna Shah, $200. Rajesh and Meena Patel, $501. Harendra Vora, $100. Neil Vora, $100.
The pledges are still coming. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate your generosity. Dr. Dilip T. Shah to Akshaya Patra USA, $500. Thank you.
Shashank Bhatt, $500.
Piyush Patel, 151. Praveen Chandra Giwala, 151. Jigar Parikh, 151. Rajesh Shah, 151. Balchandra Shah, 150. Rebecca Dars, 100. Bhavna Kalaiya, 100. Manisha Patel, 100. Deepak Shah, Natraj Travel, 101. Anju Mahajan, New York, 101. Hema Gajiwala, 100. Mahesh Kiwala, 100. Prakash Upadhyay, 100. Greg Moffett, $50. Rohit Ganguly, 50. Sharda D. Patel, 50. Kirti Bhai Chandarana, 51. Parth Kapadia, 20.
Okay.
Mother Teresa said once, if you cannot feed 100 people, just feed one. Your every single dollar counts. You open your hearts, you open your wallets. Thank you so much, guys. Every single person who is donating, round of applause for their big hearts today.
Jitu Shah, 501. Atul Karakia, $100.
Amit Joshi, $501. Thank you so much. Anjana, $100. Aruna Mahendra Katao, $100. Dilip Shah, $501. Thank you so much. Shashank Bhatt and Himangi Bhatt for $500. Thank you so much.
Ashok Lakshman, $300.
Daksha or Ramesh Patel, $400. Thank you so much.
Why not?
Kuldeep Singh. What's the amount?
The amount is $1,000.
$1,000. Kuldeep Singh. Round of applause.
Rashmi and Tarula Wala, $1,000.
Rashmikant and Tarulata Vora. $1,000. Thank you so much. Kaushik and Varsha Pancholi. Thank you so much for $501. Guys, give them lots of love for opening their hearts. $1,000 by Geeta Ben Patel. Thank you, Geeta ji, for your kind contribution. Guys, you still have time. खाना बहुत ज़बरदस्त मिलेगा आपको. ज़ोरदार तालियां आप खुद के लिए बजाइए क्योंकि आपने जो आज किया है, it is going to shine the futures of millions of children. Thank you so much. Our heart is filled with gratitude. And we also want to thank our amazing DJ over there, the sound people, Ben, Zach, and they have done tremendous job. Hitesh ji, as well as our amazing musician group. You are going to be mesmerized by them with delicious food, and I will dance with you if you open to dancing. This floor is open for fun tonight. Thank you so much, guys, and I would like you to tell more about our Funk e Desi group, and I have their beautiful introduction for you.
Dev Karan Patel, $500.
Another open heart, Dev Karan Patel, $500. Thank you, Dev ji.
Thanks to John and Ruma for donating $500. Thank you so much.
Eric, one more.
Chandrakant Mehta ji for $501. Thank you for this seed money. This will make millions.
Mukundbhai and Indira Ben, $501. They have been donated every year. Thank you, thank you. Now dinner is going to be served in a couple of minutes. They are already started bringing out. But our pledge drive going to continue. Deepak Bhai, and they will be announcing any additional name during the dinner. So please donate generously. Your name will be, I will really appreciate it. There is anonymous donors for $150. Yeah.
Rajendra Shah, 1500.
you so much. Can't wait to share some fun with all with you. All right, you know, he just announced Funky Desi, but Funky Desi hasn't come out yet. We did a little teaser set, but we're not sure if you're ready for us. Are you ready? Are you ready? Or we're going to do a test to see if you're ready. Now that we've eaten, as you're able, I'm going to ask that you rumble with your thighs, and I'm going to play conductor. You're going to start quiet, we're going to get louder together, and we're going to get quiet together. I'll be the conductor. You're going to rumble on your thighs with your hands. Ready? Here we go. Start quiet. Let's get louder. See, they're not ready. Uncle, they're not ready. All right, let me give you instructions again. With your hands, you're going to rumble on your thighs, and you're going to make noise. Okay? That's when you rumble on your thighs, you're going to make noise. And when you see my hand go up, we're going to get louder. When my hand goes down, we're going to get quieter. Got it? All right, here we go. Let's try one time. Rumble quiet, get louder. Oh, beautiful, now we got it. Some of you are cheating using tables, that's okay. All right, back down. Watch me again, here we go. Let's do it a second time. Rumble. All right, that was pretty good. I like the howls too. Now,
Thank you.